Hey, this is Carla from the Butcher Babies.
This is George Cortana Fisher from Ken McCord.
Hey, this is Rex from Kill Devil Hill. It's Wednesday 13.
This is Dad from Devil Driving.
This is Odorous from War. You're listening to Rabid Noise
on Rabid Radio.
Turn it up.
Welcome back to Rabid Noise. That was We Will Surely Drown from Make Way for Man's amazing new EP, Evolve and Repair. And joining us on the show from the band now is Drew Shepherd. What's going on, man?
Hey, man. Not much.
Awesome, man. First up, man, I'm very impressed by Evolve and Repair. The songwriting is killer and the production is amazing too, man. It's just, it's mind-blowing. It's so tight, man. Where was it recorded?
We recorded, I recorded the guitars and bass at home, actually. I've got a bit of a sort of home studio. So we thought we'd try and save a bit of cash and just record everything BI and then send the tracks over to a guy named Brian Hood who lives over in Nashville. And he reamped everything in his studio. So I did all the guitars there. Then the drums were done in a studio in Perth called Crank, which is a fairly good studio over here. And then the vocals were done at a studio called Sumo Studios, which is actually a friend of ours. So he gave us a fairly good deal there too. And then, everything was done by Brian. He mixed and mastered everything. And we were pretty happy with the result. So that was cool.
Awesome, man. Makes life easy being able to do the old preamp thing.
Oh, totally, yeah. So it's pretty stressful when you get in a studio. Like, right, you've got 4 hours, you've got to get 5 songs out, and you're just like, I'm not going to be able to get my best stuff, especially when it's sort of progressive and maybe a little bit more complex. It's not the easiest thing to do. So to have that freedom of, okay, I can spend a day on this song if I want, it's just invaluable, pretty much. As
I said before, man, the result is just unreal. It sounds so huge. It's one of the biggest sound releases I've heard this year so far. Oh, that's great. I'm glad you think so. Yeah, man, definitely. And the cover. Holy shit, man, the cover is amazing too. What's the story behind that?
The cover is kind of related to what we were going for with the concept. So it's a very progressive thing to do a concept album. But we had an idea, like, Make Way for Man. This is our first release, so we wanted to keep it relevant to the name. And it's basically Make Way for Man being make way for humanity and what we've done to this earth in a positive and a negative way. So the cover is kind of like a post-apocalyptic kind of thing, really. So it's sort of like you've got everything's been regrowing back after humanity has destroyed everything. That was our idea behind it.
And was it just a local artist that you knew that did it, or someone in the band?
Who was it? It was a guy from the UK, actually. He's done a few good bands. He did Make Them Suffer. He did Iconoclast from Perth. I wish I could remember his name. No, the name escapes me, unfortunately. I didn't get it all sorted out, but he's really good. I wish I could remember his name. I'd like to give him a plug, but yeah, we'll probably be using him again for any future stuff. So
awesome, man. Well, your first single, Limitless, has been viewed, from what I looked at, was something like over 56,000 times, which is just unreal.
Yeah,
man.
It's pretty crazy. We weren't expecting it at all. We had, like what most sort of start-out bands have in mind. We're like, right, well, we need something, so let's just do a single, and that will tie us over, to give us some time for an EP, and people will get our name out there a little bit, So we do the single, we release it, and it just sort of went crazy. Not ultra crazy, but for us, being an unknown band, it was pretty crazy. And then we had nothing to back it up. Everyone was like, "Oh, that's awesome. Where's the rest of it?" And we're like, "We don't have anything." So we basically just sort of flat tack started writing, getting an EP done, and it took from the first single being released for about 9 or 10 months, I think, to get everything done from scratch and release an EP. And now that we've released this EP, we're really happy with it. But we've got a lot more sort of in the works at the moment, and quite a lot of material just need to sort of get in there and get it recorded. So hopefully it won't be too long a wait till we've got something else to release.
That's awesome news, man. And I'm sure with Limitless, it's with that many hits, you've probably been contacted from people all over the world. I mean, where you been contacted from that's surprised you the most?
Probably we had a lot from Germany, and that surprised me at the start. I didn't think like Europeans would really get behind it that much. I figured probably it'd be more suited to obviously Australia to begin with, and maybe USA or parts of UK, but Europeans seemed to like it. So that was cool. I thought that was good. But all in all, just everything to do with Limitless was very surprising. Like in general, the attention we got straight off the bat was incredible, and we got contacted by lots of people wanting to work with us and help us out and promote it. And I remember just being inundated almost. And Josh from Short Fast Loud, when he sent me a message asking, can we play a song on Triple J? I was just like, what? I'm usually busting as hard as I can to even get noticed by, and he's contacting us. So it was quite good.
Talking about, Germany, have you guys got plans to head over there?
Yes, I'd like to get to Europe if I can. I think, first of all, we've got a tour coming up. It's a mini tour in July of Australia, but unfortunately we're not getting to Brisbane. But that's just Perth, Sydney, Melbourne, and then after that, basically our next step is get overseas, start playing some overseas shows. Hopefully, maybe land a festival spot and do some side shows from that. So yeah, I think that the goal for us is record a little bit more, get a couple more songs together ready to go, and then take it overseas.
Unreal, man. And you played with Fear Factory last week or week before.
We did. Yeah, actually, it was Wednesday just gone. It was really good. I've got to say that the singer Burton, he's a really nice guy. We did Trivium support, which was fun, and previous bands I've sort of supported larger bands, and he was the first guy that he took the time out and come shook our hands and said, how you going, and who are you, and can I listen to your band? And he just sat there and talked to us for a while. I was a bit shocked because usually you don't really see that happen, so it was cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Definitely.
And you've got a Drowning Pool coming up as well.
Yes, we do. End of July, I think that is. I think we're kind of looking forward to this one. I'll actually be over in the Philippines on holiday, so I've got to fly back for it. But yeah, it should be. I think it should be fun. Yeah,
awesome, man. So that's going to be hectic. So you're going over on holiday and then you're coming back to.
Yep. Unfortunately, I booked my flights as well, so I've got to. We do the Melbourne shows, and then I head off to the Philippines, and then fly back to Perth for the show, and then back to the Philippines again. so I'm going to come back with a tan and half drunk probably, but it'll be all right.
Man, that's dedication.
Yeah.
That's unreal, man. And is there anyone that you'd love to play with and share the stage with? Who's number one on your list? Me
personally, I think everyone in the band has very different tastes, so their preference would be a lot different. But if we talked about local Australia anyway, I think 12 Foot Ninja would be really cool. I just dig 12 Foot Ninja. They're really different, and I just, especially that new album, I'm really enjoying it. So that would be one. If we talked about like bucket list type band, it'd probably be Periphery or maybe like Vale of Maya. But if you ask any of the other guys, they'd probably give you 10 different bands from what I just said. So, so yeah, but that would be mine anyway.
Oh man, it's anything's possible. I mean, you guys have done all right for yourself so far. I've got to say that.
yeah, it's remarkable. We're all really thankful to have had what we've had. A lot of us, actually all of us, have been sort of around the traps in Perth bands and for quite a while, and had somewhat success, but really only Jordan, our drummer from Saviour, he's sort of had quite a lot of success in Saviour. But for us, like, we're all pretty experienced as in playing, and we've done tours and everything before, but we've never really sort of seen that level that we've seen with this band. So we're all pretty excited and really keen to push it hard and write the best possible stuff we can.
Do you think that's why it's working? Because all you guys have been in other bands, you've paid your dues, you know what it's like having to struggle, and you've all come together with the one goal.
I think so, yeah. Well, the funny thing is we all used to play in bands on the same bill. So literally everyone in the band has been on the same bill before in different bands. And we're all sort of friends. So I think, say like, although for us it was a pretty nerve-wracking experience to get up and play our first show in front of Trivium, as far as we'd never played this music live before. So how's it going to come across? What's going to happen? How are we going to be able to pull it off? But as far as stage presence goes, you can't fault anyone in the band, really. Like, they've had years of experience. They know no one needs to be told anything. They just do it. So it's pretty great for that. Like, I feel like, yeah, maybe that might have helped. Special sort of connections help too, I guess. Once you've been doing it for a while, you develop friends in the business that can help you out. So that's also helped.
Oh, definitely, man. And, of course, we were mentioning before that you're going to be playing a few shows in support of the EP, but yes. You're not coming up to Queensland this time, but can we expect you guys soon? We'd love to see you guys up here.
Yes. I actually had almost come through with one in Brisbane, but it fell through kind of last minute, and I had to make a choice. So we ended up doing another Melbourne show. So we've got 2 in Melbourne. But I want to get there as soon as possible. We'd really like to get out of Perth as much as we can, because we've done so many gigs. And there's really, unfortunately, the venues are getting less and less here. So you've only got your choice of a couple of venues. And we played them all that many times. We're like, man, we need to play some other venues. So getting into Brisbane it would be great, and I'm keen to do it this year. So I'll say we'll definitely get up there this year sometime. Hell
yeah, man! That's awesome. And well, of course, apart from that, what are your plans for the rest of the year? You guys going to be doing some more recording, or more releases on the way, or what's cooking?
Yeah. So obviously the tour will come first, and then we've got the Drowning Pool show, end of July, and then we have actually working on 2 singles at the moment, which are very different from each other, which I kind of like. So we're going to get straight back in the studio, I think, and record those 2. All the while we're still plugging away at an album, and I doubt it will get it released this year, but it'll probably be early next year. I think we'd have an album done. So that's the plan for us. Gig-wise, we don't really have much. We've got a few ideas on what we want to do, but I think it's just going to be recording and maybe play the odd show if it comes up. But yeah, that's the plan for the next part of this year.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, I definitely hope Queensland is part of that plan, as we mentioned before. And, yeah, fingers crossed, man. Well, we're going to go to the track, my favourite track of the EP, Instruments, which is from... Yeah, I love that track, man. So that's from Evolve and Repair now. Thanks for hanging with us tonight, man, and hope to see you guys soon.
Too easy. Thanks, man.